Good day, everyone. Our topic this morning is all about thinking. According to Plato, thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. Are you familiar with critical and creative thinking? Mm-hmm. Okay, talking about history, according to Torrance in 1958, there were 400 children completed creativity tasks designed by him. The children were asked, how could you improve a toy to make it better and more fun to play with? Those who came up with more good ideas on Torrance task grew up to be entrepreneurs, inventors, college presidents, authors, doctors, diplomats, and software developers. For the introduction, critical thinking is a self-directed process by which we take deliberate steps to think at the highest level of quality. Take note, steps. There is what we call a process, and that is very important. Also, we have these skills: analyzing, reasoning, evaluating, problem solving, as well as decision making. On the other hand, when we talk about creative thinking, it deals about being innovative, inventive, unconstrained thinking. It is associated with exploration and idea. So basically, the critical and creative functions of the mind are so interwoven that neither can be separated from other without an essential loss to both. Take note, criticality assess, creativity originates. Why is that so? The aim of critical thinking is to promote independent thinking, personal autonomy, and reasoned judgment in thought and action. That's the reason why walk your talk is very significant. It is the ability to reason well and the disposition to do so. And there are what we call keys to critical thinking, and it is represented by this RED. So what does RED stands for? R deals about you can able to recognize assumption, also to evaluate arguments and draw conclusions. So what does RED thinking mean? It deals about higher order executive functioning, thinking that analyzes, assesses, and improves green thinking. In connection with green thinking, it should always be automatic, spontaneous thinking, and consciously guided, instinctive. Green thinking, as what I've mentioned, it is reflexive, spontaneous, and controlled, impulsive, and subconscious. Whereas red thinking is being focused on discipline. There is what we call self-assessing, self-correcting, mind that, seeking for truth, and probing. I want you to take a look on this, no? And then try to reflect the importance of this creative work, routine work, as well as the happening of the evaluation of each goal for every individual. Now, try to answer the following questions. Is it true or false? Number 1. Critical thinking is for science and math. Creative thinking is for arts and humanities. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is false. Why? Because critical and creative thinking can and should be applied to any courses, content, or problem. Next question. Is it true or false? Creativity is a right brain activity. What's your answer? Okay, false. Because creative thinking requires divergent and then convergent thinking. Creativity requires constant shifting between right and left brain activity. Okay, here we go. Another. Creativity can be thought, true or false. Yes, it is true. Why? Because creativity can be tough. Practicing promotes more creative learning. Take note that there is what we call strategies for teaching critical and creative thinking. One is fluency, thinking of and listing many ideas. We also have flexibility, thinking from different perspectives, and originality, that's coming up with unique ideas, as well as elaboration, that's a building upon an existing idea or adding details. So basically, what are the roles of a teacher or a prime mover? In creative or critical thinking is a skill that young minds will undeniably need and exercise well beyond their school years. According to experts, they agree that in keeping up with the ever-changing technological advances, students will need to obtain, understand, and analyze information on a much more efficient scale. So, it is our responsibility as educators to equip our key participants or students with the strategies, methods, and skills they need to think critically in order to cope with these technological problems and obstacles they might face elsewhere. How about this slide? Knowledge, innovation, people dealing about the domains of cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, it needs thinking, right? Note to self. According to Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. Why? It's up to you to answer. Take note also that go as far as you can see. When you get there, you can see farther. Right? So for your task this morning, please make a 2 to 3 minute video about the implication of critical and creative thinking in your respective lives. Is that okay? Good job! So, that would be all. Thank you very much. Don't forget to enjoy learning. Have a great day ahead, everyone.